Hi guys, this is Charity. I'll be your host today. Welcome to the Second Chance Show. In this show, it's where I believe that through sharing my experiences and even that of others, we can help each other turn our scars into stars. So, in this show, it is where I believe that I can help in giving hope to others. I can help in shedding light, and it is where we talk about life, positive vibes, and we have fun. So, on today's topic, we'll be talking about self-esteem. So, what do you understand by self-esteem? When you hear the word self-esteem, what comes to your mind? According to me, self-esteem is the personal opinion you have over yourself. It is the confidence you have in yourself, how much you believe in your abilities, what is your worth, what is the price tag you have on yourself. Believe me, nothing would leave you feeling empty like when all this is taken away from you. I'm saying this out of experience. So, as for me, I would ask that may we guard this with all that you got. Guard your confidence. Do not let anything lower your belief in yourself. Because when all this is taken, that's when your self-esteem is taken away from you. And that's when we say, now you have low self-esteem. Because in self-esteem, there's high self-esteem and there's low self-esteem. And nothing would leave you feeling as low or lonely like having low self-esteem. Because in this world, unless you believe in yourself, no one will believe in you enough. So, what are these things that would cause low self-esteem? Some it's due to maybe when they were being brought up as kids from the parents, but not all times. But maybe also when you didn't reach expectations, that of your parents, your teachers, the society, maybe when you're in school, or maybe not getting married on time, maybe people feel you've not become what they thought you'll become. There are set goals people have of you when you are born, and when you don't reach these goals, people feel like you have failed them. And these opinions, at times, they can make you feel like a failure and lower your self-esteem. But to me, I would say that God has a plan over everyone's life, so you should not let people's opinion lower your self-esteem or the belief you have in yourself. So how would you know that you have low self-esteem? Or how do you know someone, your friend or sister, is experiencing low self-esteem? To me, according to me, some of the signs is like, I feel this person start lying a lot to cover themselves. Like you've experienced this kind of people just in school who love lying. We are this, at home we are this, my father is this, but they are lying just to cover something about themselves. Okay? Second, these people, they stick in relationships which are abusive just because they believe that if they are not in these relationships, no one else would love them better because they feel they are not worth getting anyone else. They feel that if they give up on this, that it will be the end of them in this relationship. In dating, another sign is they try so much to fit into peer groups that they don't belong to, and they'll go out of their way to try and fit in these groups. And this is where some begin even theft, you see, because they need money and it's a lifestyle maybe they cannot afford. That's why some begin like prostitution, because they need to sustain a such kind of life which they cannot afford. This is where people develop some funny habits, like drinking, smoking, just to cover up themselves and the real them, because they feel they are inferior. Yeah, you feel when your esteem is low, you feel inferior. Yes. So I know you must be wondering why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because I have, like I said in my first video, charity is a product of second chance. And when I say a product of second chance, it's because I've also experienced low self-esteem, and it really damaged me. And it took me a lot of time before I realized that I had low self-esteem. And I was pushed to talk about this because I wouldn't want any other girl out there to go through what I had to go through because of low self-esteem. And my low self-esteem, I believe it began after, what I think began after high school. After high school, that's when my low self-esteem began. Because before then I was good. Yeah, I feel I was okay. And low self-esteem led me to many things that I was not. I was just a good girl, young, sweet girl, mommy's daughter. But yeah, Nairobi ni Nairobi. Nairobi, that's how life began. I was in Nairobi. I've just arrived from Shags, Kaschanaka, Jororoko. And that's a small village somewhere in Nyandarua County. I've just arrived in Nairobi. I've had these friends, and that's why you try fitting in these groups. You start being someone who you are not, because you feel these people are way high above you, and you really want to fit in their group, you know. So yeah, I remember the first thing I did when I reached Nairobi. You know, I had a very long hair, very beautiful, and the first thing I did, I just shaved my hair on one side, just plaited on one side. I wish I would share that photo. I'll share it one day. Yeah, and all this I did it because I felt I want to fit in these groups. Actually, right now, just call them gangs. Because okay, well, you know, these are signs of low self-esteem. You know, I thought, hey, I almost tattooed. I had piercings, you know, because I felt I'm not good enough to be these friends. I felt I'm not good enough to fit in some relationships, you know. So you want to prove, mimi ni yule mse. And these are the things that are ruining our youth. And just be yourself. Be yourself, and let the right friends, you'll have the right friends, and you'll have the right person to love you. And actually, I don't know what I was thinking about. You know, at 20s, I don't believe you should even be thinking of friends, dating, meaning. I had gone to Nairobi to study, so that's what I should have concentrated on. So when I also talk about second chance, it's because I also had a chance that time. I went to college, and I believe that time I ruined my chance, because when my parents were busy paying my school fees, I was busy building on friendships. You see, girl squads, parties, road trips. You see, instead of concentrating on my studies when I should have been concentrating on my studies. But I thank God, because later on God gave me a second chance and I was able to go back to school. But after I wasted whole 1 year, which I should have done something with my life, and now I had to go back to school. Although I got the second chance, I had already wasted so much time. So although I talk about second chance, if you have the first chance and you now have this knowledge, try not to ruin that. Try to do the right thing in your first chance, because we waste a lot of time on useless things, on useless issues. Yeah, charity has experienced a lot of things. And when I say charity, it is me. I'm not speaking about someone else. It is me. And all this, I've even been in a very abusive relationship, which I'll not share today because it goes way deeper. But it really left me very damaged and lowered my self-esteem. And okay, not lowered, because I feel I had low self-esteem, and that's why I allowed myself to be in such a relationship. Like I said, low self-esteem makes you stick into abusive relationships, because you don't feel like if you walk away, you'll get anyone who's worth you. So I stuck there, and I wasted another, I'll not mention how long, but I wasted so much of my time again. I wasted so much of my time. You also end up even wasting your parents' resources, your time, your energy, and these things just leave you more damaged. And even with your low self-esteem, now you end up lowering it completely and destroying yourself to a point where you just can't see anything good in yourself. I don't know. To me, this is so personal, because I feel so bad that so many of my years were taken away from me. But I believe this is the devil, because those are the years when I should have been busy building my life. Those are the years where I should have been busy building my career. Those are the years where I was supposed to be building on my self-image, on my standards. So, but all in all, it is okay, because now I have another chance and I know what I want. And I believe that time I didn't know better. But now that I know better, I know that I can never be the same person again. I can never go back again, and I cannot even tolerate to see anyone in this situation. Low self-esteem can even make you do crazy things. You can even think of committing suicide because of simple things, But I've been a victim of feeling suicidal so many times in my life. Yeah, when I say I'm a product of second chance, trust me, I know why I began this show, because there are several times in my life where I felt suicidal. At first, I felt suicidal because I felt like I'm failing my parents. They were not complaining, but I myself, I felt like I was failing them. Second, I've ever felt suicidal because of a failed relationship, of someone who didn't even value me, someone who was not even meant to be anywhere close to my life. I've felt suicidal because I felt like I was done, my time is wasted. I felt like, oh my God, I didn't have any meaning in this world. I didn't know where to head. There's a time in my life I didn't know what was the next step to take in my life. And low self-esteem makes you so desperate and take desperate measures in your life. And yeah, you take desperate measures in your life. You do crazy things that people don't understand. You try anything to attract people's attention. Like, or just call people at night crying. Yeah, you cry a lot. No, sometimes even, I remember one night I just locked myself in the bathroom and a cold shower, and I would cry the whole night. I would just cry for no good reason. I didn't even know what I was crying for, but and then when you're in this situation, you try to attach yourself to anyone who comes to your life. You just try to get help from everyone, and some people have no good intentions over you. They just want to take advantage of your situation. And yeah, we're living in such an evil world that it's not everyone who has good intentions over your life, and I'm really hoping that the society will change and stop being so judgmental over people, because you don't know why people do what they do. And I'm so glad that right now I feel that God has forgiven me, because there are times where my mom would push me to go to church with her, but I would feel that I'm not worth to be in church. I would feel that because, okay, whatever I'm doing, I'm not quitting, but I still know that I'm doing the wrong thing. And when I go to church, I would feel that I'm not in the right place. But you know what? Church, it's where you'll always be welcome. God is waiting for you, and God is so ready to fix broken things. You just need to give yourself a chance. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to talk to God and tell Him how you feel, because at the end, God is the only person who can fix you, and it's only with Christ. It's not, unless you hold on to Christ and let Him be the rock of your life, then your 20s, your early 20s will just sweep you away. These challenges will just sweep you away. They'll take away something that you don't know what God has created you to be. Like for me, I believe God had such a great purpose over my life, and He still does. And I'm so happy because right now I do believe in myself. I believe in my abilities, and I've gained back my confidence. I've believed that there's nothing impossible. I can do anything through God and through Christ who strengthens me. And I believe that if you are out there, God has a purpose for you. It does not matter what you are in, whether you're into drugs, whether you're into alcohol, whether you've been to broken relationships, whether your marriage has failed. It does not matter. God has a purpose for you. He had a reason when He placed you in your mother's womb. And for me, as long as I'm in this life, every day that I wake up, I'll try to be the best version of me. And because I don't want to die before I fulfill the purpose that God created me for. I want to know my purpose, I want to fulfill it, and I believe that all what I went through should not go to waste. I will use it to reach other people, other girls. I want to rescue girls who are in these abusive relationships. I want to rescue girls who maybe have failed even in school, and I want to reach out girls who are just out there desperate, who don't believe in themselves. I want to give hope to people who feel hopeless in their lives. I want to try and shed light to people who their lives are full of darkness right now. Because I don't believe in this thing that says that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I believe that if you're in that dark tunnel, you should focus on the light, and that way your tunnel will be full of lights. So if It is you to focus, it is you to decide on what to give your energy to, what to focus on. If you focus on your past, you remain on your past. If you focus on your failures, you remain to be a failure. Because failing, it is not about the day you fall. It is remaining where you fall. It is time you pick up the bricks of your life and try and build your foundation again. I have been through all sorts of things, but it came a time in my life where I believed that I am the only one who can fix my life back again. Not my mother's love, not my family's love, not the man who loves me who can fix my life. It is me alone. I have to fix up the broken pieces of my life, fix them together, and fix the foundation of my life again. And each day I wake up. Nowadays, I wake up early, I sleep early, wake up early to build my life. Because no one will do this for you. You have to do it yourself. So to get back your self-esteem, you got to build back your self-image. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Let your cup overflow with love. Because you know one thing, how will you give love if you yourself don't have love? You have to love yourself to be able to give love. You have to be kind to yourself to be able to be kind to others. Otherwise, when people ask for these things from you and you yourself don't have them, that's why you have resentment, because you have nothing to share. And when you share, you are left empty. So before I love others, I have to love myself so much. I have to let my cup overflow. And this is my number one job, to love myself, to work on myself, to work on my self-confidence, to wake up and take care of myself, to take that shower, take care of my skin, take care of my things, take care of my, put my house in order. I believe that even reading books and researching on things, on these issues, on people who have been in the situations you are, can really help you recover. If you also feel you've been too deep into these things, you can try and take a therapy. It is also helpful. That's why there are these people who are ready to help you. Seek help. Don't just sit down and feel afraid or you don't want to talk out your issues. It's good to seek help. You got to know that you deserve better, and go get what you deserve. Be a go-getter. Okay? So let your cup overflow. Don't be a hostage of your past. Okay? I know I'm speaking to someone out there, and don't be a hostage of your past. Don't be a hostage of who you used to be, or the things you used to do. Don't let them bring you down. Yes, because who has lived in this world and have not made mistakes? Show me one person who has lived and has not made mistakes. People are just judgmental, but they know for sure that they have made their own share of mistakes. And that's why I'm not afraid of sharing my mistakes, because they are my mistakes. They are my wrongs, and it is me to make them right. And the first step of recovering is owning up to your mistakes. You cannot do the right thing if you don't want to own up to your mistakes. It doesn't happen that way. You have to own up and ask God to forgive you, and ask God to give you guidance, show you the way, show you what is next. And don't be afraid of people. Don't be afraid of being judged. Don't be afraid of coming out to seek help because you don't know what people will think about you. Because people can only kill your body. And this is from the Bible. The Bible says, do not be afraid of those who can kill the body. Rather, be afraid of he who can kill the body and the soul, and even take you to hell. You see? So what this verse means is that Jesus is the only person who has the last word over your life. Okay? So let's learn how to give ourselves a second chance. If you are out there, if you are 30 and you're not married, just know your man is out there. Your man is out there. You're 35, you whatever years, no one should just come telling you, now you should get married, now you should just have a kid. No. Jesus has the last word over your life. He has good plans over your life. So believe in yourself. And let me see you in our next video. I hope that we shall have more of these talks as God's wishes. Subscribe, like, and leave your comment below. Let me know what else you want us to be talking about. Let me know what you think about, how you think you can overcome on these issues. As I said, I'm also on this healing journey, because healing is not a destination, it is a journey. That's why I said that through this show we will help each other to heal our scars and become stars. Thank you. Be blessed.